love it. All right, the one and only Chris Campanelli, who is the representative from the First Family of Clean on QVC, who brings us fantastic products. This is one of their best sellers. It's a 4-piece handheld microfiber duster set. And what's fun about this is, and I'm just going to quickly show everybody the colors if you don't mind, Chris.
Sure.
What's nice about this is a small set. It's only $30. It would make a nice housewarming gift. Send the kids back to college with this. Lord knows, you know, maybe once in a while they'll clean. You will love it in your own home, and you're not buying and throwing stuff away. These are so reusable, and well, 1.9 million duster sets have been sold. You know those blinds? You can even clean the blinds. You can clean your electronics with it. Here's the deal. So you're going to get 2 of your handheld dusters, as you can see. This smaller one is going to be your 13-inch. This is your 20-inch. Then you're going to get the poles that are going to extend them, 13 to 32-inch telescoping poles. And then the smaller one will use the 20 to 29-inch telescoping poles on this. Wow, the poles got very sleek since I've seen them last. Very, very nice. Here's the color, berry copper. All right, 3 easy pays at $10.
Those poles, Pat, look at this. They're built inside the handle.
That is so
Ready for this?
Cool.
Huh.
So
Built right inside the handle.
They never separate.
They never separate. You don't have to
That's
unscrew them.
even
So
cooler
2
than
come
what
with
they
the
were
extension
before.
poles, handles.
Yeah.
Yep, and then 2 of them are the little handheld guys.
Oh, so you get 4 total.
4 total. 2 have the extensions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 2 have the extensions. Got
But
it.
why in the world would you want something like this? Because of these disposable products, right?
Because
What
of
you're
that.
not sending your kids to
Yes.
college with is a reason for them to spend more money.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
And I know this because my kid's going to college in a month. But the whole idea is you want to get rid of these, right? Or maybe you're using
Do
what
you
your
remember
grandmother
that?
used.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody uses these
I mean,
anymore.
it gets nothing clean.
Because the whole idea is that
No.
you're supposed to push the dust into the air, let it settle
Yeah.
back onto the floor and vacuum later. And dust is nasty stuff. It's skin scales, dust mite poop. We want to get rid of that stuff. So microfiber is going to change that game. Microfiber is like millions of little fingers that lift, trap, and remove the dust, right? We got a little bit more. We'll grab that. But here's what happens. The dust gets trapped in here, and then you go outside, you give it a couple little shakes, and then, right outside or into the trash can, you can see that the dust does come off, right? But that's great. You get to use this over and over and over again instead of going back to the store to buy more disposable products. That's the whole idea.
Buy something that didn't work that great to begin with.
Yes, because again, these are getting more expensive the more you use them over and over and over again.
Okay.
And because these are made of microfiber, Miss Pat, we can put these into small places that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to reach, right? So we also put a nice soft silicone tip on the end here so you're not going to scratch or mar your furniture, right? Getting into, like I said, these hard to reach places. I can't get my hand in there. But look at this. I can take this, I can put it all the way down to the bottom, give it a couple little twists to grab here on the bottom, and then as I pull it out, I'm going to clean that collar as well. But these are also bendable too. So if I wanted to do the ceiling fan blades on both sides at the same time, I can bend these and now do that. But you know what? Ceiling fans aren't at eye level. They're up high. So what we did is we put the extension pole inside the handle. So come back here with me, Miss Pat, if you don't mind.
No,
right?
no, absolutely.
When
And you know
go
what?
to the
Ceiling
store,
fans, you have to clean.
You have to
they
clean
get
them.
really dusty.
Well, and a lot of people's ceiling fans in the bedroom are over the bed.
Right.
And so you want to make sure that that dust is being removed instead of falling onto the bed. But when you go to the store, this is what you can purchase to go up high, right? But ours, in comparison, you can see is much bigger, right? But the whole idea here is that now I can even get the second story balcony if I wanted to.
Right.
I can't do that here, right? When we think about these tools...
And your feet are on the ground.
My feet are on the ground. So when we think about these tools, I think about my mom. She's 87 years old.
Your mom's 87?
87.
Wow, she
still
looks
lives
so young.
independently.
Yeah, yeah.
Still likes to clean, but the whole idea is that she doesn't now have to get on a chair or a ladder.
Right.
Or maybe she wants to go down low by like the baseboards. She can do that as well without having to worry about getting on her hands and knees and things of that nature.
How about in between the washer and dryer?
Between the washer and dryer. And then the best part, go outside, give it a couple little shakes, and I'm using it over and over and over again instead of buying those disposable products that I have to continue spending money on.
So if it got really, really, really dirty, let's say, could I put it under the water and then let it thoroughly dry, or should I never do that?
You can, but what I always say is give it a couple spins like this, right?
So
to get
keep up with it.
Yes, and let it air dry. Don't use any like dish soap because I don't want that to mat in there.
You don't need
Just
the
let
dish
it
soap.
rinse, let it air dry. But for the most part, all you're going to do is go outside and shake it out.
I'm going to head this way
Sure.
for a second, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but you get 4 total.
4 total, correct.
So 2 are going to be just a static handle. The other 2 are going to be the extension pole
Correct.
handle.
That's right.
That's incredible for
Yeah.
$30.
That's right.
That's a really good deal. You could even share it with someone if you want to, or like I do, I keep a set upstairs and a set downstairs. That's a nice thing.
Yes, and I want you to also think about this, Pat. So
Yeah.
think about what this kit would replace. It would replace the single-use handheld dusters,
Right.
and then the one that we showed you back there. So that's 2
Right.
kits, right? Not to mention all of the replacement pads and things of that
Exactly,
nature that you
that you
have to
continually buy.
That you have to continually
Yeah.
buy. Now, I want to give this little guy a shout,
Okay.
right? So he fits into places I can't actually go. So my finger cannot fit into this space right here, right? You see that little space? But because this
Somehow
collapses,
dust gets in there.
yes, but because this collapses to below an inch, I can give this a
That's
couple little
nice.
twists and spins and get into those really, really hard to reach places. Now you have the one that I
Yeah.
keep in the center console of my car, Miss Pat,
Oh,
because it
that's a
has the
great
extension
idea.
pole built
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
inside. How about
Yeah.
getting the dashboard
Right.
where the windshield
Yes.
meets the glass? That's the hard, or the dashboard. That's the hardest place to get because it's so far away. And then even cleaning things like you wouldn't ordinarily clean, like your return vents or your
Yes.
air conditioning vents. You can see that the duster actually conforms to the vent and gets behind it. But again, these really, really hard to reach places. Now listen, ready? Right, it pops out of there. Because that hole is so small, we can get that duster all the way down in there. And then again, when this is
Chris, I
dirty,
love this new
I
version.
shake it out, or you have to go back and buy more disposable products. That's the whole idea.
All right. Remind us what is one of my absolute all-time favorite products is the carpet cleaner,
The stain remover, yeah.
stain remover.
Yep, and you love the sponges too.
Oh, I love your sponges
Yeah.
too. So it's called Campanelli Carpet
Campanelli
Cleaner.
Pro Series Stain Remover.
Pro Series Stain Remover. Go check that out. If you have a pet, you need it. It saves me all the time.
I love that product.
The 86085 is what you need for the microfiber duster set. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank
I
you,
really
Pat.
appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right. Can I also shout out to my friend and teammate, Ginger, who is